Jennabelle, as always. Welcome back, welcome back. So, I kind of have a little special treat for you guys. Um, I'm going to be talking about a movie that I have been wanting to see for like a year now, maybe over a year, I don't even know, called Candy Corn. Yes, it came out actually last year, I believe. 2019, so yes, last year with starring Tony Todd, Courtney Gaines, and PJ Souls, some of the icons of horror. So, Candy Corn is kind of your uh, basic, generic 80s inspired, 80s homage, revenge type of slasher movie. And I gotta say, it is set on like Halloween or right around Halloween, and it's got some really great shots at the beginning that really kind of make you feel like it's Halloween. Like it's almost like the beginning of Halloween 4 where it's got those like opening credits. It feels very Halloween and everything. Movie itself was okay. A little disappointed, just because I was really kind of excited about it, but on the same on the same token, I'm not upset that I was kind of a little let down by this, and I'm not saying that this is a bad movie by any means. It's enjoyable. I was entertained by it, but I think I've said this a few times over the last like maybe year about this. Where you guys know I love my 80s movies, my 80s horror movies, 80s slashers and everything. Love them, love them, love them. I stand by them no matter what. But here's the thing though, and once again, this is not meant to be like a negative or anything, but I do feel like there's been so many sort of 80s homage modern movies lately, such as The Barn, 1031. There's so many of them that have come out over the last like decade, on top of like the mainstream sort of movies that are maybe set also in the 80s, such as the newest It movies and everything. Like I said, I mean, nothing wrong with it. But it just, once again, because I am like you guys, I am so into horror movies and everything, and I'm always kind of like trying to like check a bunch of different things out, and I see a lot more than like just the casual horror movie person. It's a little, I'm getting a little jet lagged from them. But no, this one's not too bad. Like I said, it's kind of it's your basic run of the mill sort of 80s type of revenge type of movie, such as like say like The Burning, something happens, or there's like a prank that happens, and actually in the beginning of this movie, a group of friends are gonna go and once again, same time that they do this every year, are gonna go pick on this other gentleman that they know that they've grown up with and everything, who's not quite all there, and it goes a little too far this one time. And of course, since they always get away with it every year, the one time that they kind of go a little too far, they get caught. One of the kids' fathers is like the sheriff or whatever, because of course there's always that one kid who seems to have like the sheriff father or like the governor father or something like that. And this one I give it credit, because the sheriff father is really like, son, what did you do? You're too old for this stuff. It's kind of being a parent and isn't going overboard on it. So there's things like that I do like. It wasn't the stereotypical like, oh, not my son, kind of crooked, uh, you know, police officer, or like I said, governor. And it wasn't like over the top of like crazy Aunt Martha type of stuff of like, my sweet little angel, oh, you're like anything like that. Just kind of wanted the kid to own up to just being a jerk and being way too old to be a bully and everything. But of course, things kind of catch up with everyone, and this kid kind of realized like, oh shit, and there's this kid now belongs to that they beat up, had now become part of like this freak show, circus, carnival thing and everything. So But yeah, I mean, it was an okay one. It had some really decent kills. It did. Um, but yeah, like I said, it was a little. And like that's the thing. Like I don't hate this movie. And I would actually recommend to go and watch this movie. It is actually on Showtime right now because I forget that I have Showtime. I know. But no, I mean it was decent. I would recommend checking it out, you guys. I mean, I'm gonna end up watching this during my Halloween binge, so they're right there. You guys should know if I'm planning on watching it. It is kind of decent. I'll admit it's decent. Like I said, I was a little disappointed, but it was mainly just because I feel like there's been so many of these like 80s homage type of movies, my kind of movies, but not bad, not bad. Would I necessarily go and like pay money for this to get a copy of it to really have it in my collection? Probably not, but but if Horror Pack were to send it out one of these months, I would be okay with it. Or if it was like a limited edition one for the Blu-rays or something, awesome. Like I would be okay with that. You know, especially too, I think to give this movie a little bit more of an audience that maybe still has not discovered this movie or watched it. Like I said, I've known about this movie for like a year now or whenever it came out. Been kind of looking for, or maybe the last 8 months or whatever. So really kind of been, looking out for it. And maybe because I was so excited to see this and watch it, it was kind of like, okay, it's like all the other sort of 80s homage movies, but whatever. I mean, check it out. Still check it out. Give this movie a chance. And who knows, when I watch this again, I might appreciate it a little bit more. I don't know. And plus, too, and once again, this is nothing wrong with it, kind of going back with the actors. I'm always glad to see some of our icons, our legendary horror icons in here. Because, like I said, there's Courtney Gaines, who is from Children of the Corn, along with a slew of other movies. We have PJ Souls from Rock and Roll High School, Carrie, Halloween, and then we have Tony Todd, who, I mean, do I even have to explain who the hell Tony Todd is? I don't think so. If you don't know who Tony Todd is, he was Candyman. He also was in Lean on Me as the head security guard. He's been in a ton of horror movies, including some of the Final Destinations. So, I mean, if you really don't know who he is. Ooh, so yeah, I'm trying not to be like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, because I think that's annoying. So whatever. But I mean, even sometimes to see these characters in these types of movies, sometimes it's like you're just trying to get more people to watch it and make it seem like it's even bigger and better. Not always the case. Like I said, I mean, no harm was done, including those actors in here. I think it was great, but like I said, I think I'm just a little burnt out by these types of like 80s types of influenced movies. So I don't know. But you know what? No, like I said, I know it sounds like I'm kind of complaining, griping about this movie. I'm really not. Like I said, it's worth checking out. And like I said, I'm going to watch it again. I will. But with all that being said, you guys, let me know what you think of Candy Corn from 2019 down in the comments. Till next time, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.